This game right here, man. This game was a frustrating one, man. When it almost feels like you had everything going for you a little bit. If you this was like a 5 inning game kind of thing, it almost felt like you had everything going for you. I mean, you had Severino on the mound. He was doing great. I'm talking about great. He had people swinging and missing off of his off of his slider, and he was using his change, he's locating his fastball. He'll miss sometimes, but you know what? It was a really encouraging start. You had Gary Sanchez. Gary Sanchez get off the snide and just hit a 2-run bomb. We're talking about a bomb. And you had Matt Holliday too, hit a bomb. You had Gardner with 3 hits and 3 runs scored and stolen bases. And it was just like everything was going. Everything was working the way that it was supposed to. And it was just I don't know. It's like a two out walk to a free swinger like Adam Jones. And it looked like he was going away from him, like he was afraid. I don't know, but he was just not locating. He was trying to purposely go away. He was just afraid of that. And, of course, Machado comes up. And when you got man on first and second and you just lost a hitter to a walk, it's almost like written in law that you're almost tempting fate. The guy hits a 3-run bomb. Machado hits a 3-run bomb. And, you know, that's a backbreaker because it destroys Severino's whole line. And he didn't even pitch as bad as 4 runs if you really think about it. The first inning was really bad luck. And then you got a bloop single by Scope there at the in that same inning that he gave up that 3-run home run. So it wasn't like he was getting smacked all around the ballpark. You know what I mean? He had a lot of swings and misses. It was just frustrating the way you lose this. You get 5 innings from your starter, and of course you want to get more, but it's the beginning of the year. You're probably not going to get as much. You get 5 innings from your starter, and you got that rested bullpen after a day off. You got to get that game. That game has to go in the left column. You have to get that game. You have to. I don't care what you got to do. You got to get that game. But then, fine. You know what I mean? You bring in, after Severino, then you bring in Holder. Holder does a good job. You got Lane doing a good job. You know, nobody does a good, and he runs. But then you got Clippard with the 2-out. I mean, most inopportune and the first 2 runs of the season for the bullpen, so let's not kill him too bad. Bomb to Seth Smith. Like, he looked like he was all over the place at that point in time, but it's almost like you almost felt it was going to happen. It almost felt like it was a 1-run lead, and all we needed to do was just get it to Betances, and I kind of wish, and I know he, you know, Girardi likes his roles and everything, but I mean, you got to give Clippard some leash because he's been good. But I mean, the way that Brian Mitchell's pitching, the way that I know Warren's probably not playing today because he's been pitching a lot, so probably not. But in the future, probably, you know, you might see Warren jump in that role. You know, if Clippard starts to do things like this. But this game's frustrating because of that. You know, because of those things. But. Because you always got to have a positive outlook. Why? Because it's only game 4. It's only game 4. Of course, the Yankees are 1-3. Of course, you wish you were 4-0. But you know what? You got to have some positive outlooks. Severino was awesome. I thought he was great. For first start of the season, based on what he did last year, that was great. I thought that was awesome. You know, to see the differences. You could literally see the way that he was pitching. It looked like he was commanding the zone. You know, he was commanding the game. Him and Sanchez looked like they had a good thing going. And the one thing I really like about Sanchez, you know, Sanchez, he has so much ability, and he has so much confidence in himself. You can tell when he's at the batter's box. His little slow start or whatever, he doesn't, you know, he understands he's a slow starter from what he says, all right? He understands he's a slow starter, but you could tell he doesn't let it affect his defense. And he's out there, he's working with these pitchers, he's working hard, and he's taking these guys by the hand. And you could tell him and Severino had a good rhythm. So that's always good. And, you know, now he gets some results with the bat because he was hitting the ball hard, not getting that much result. Now we just got to get Birdie going. You know what I mean? We got Birdie going. But let's go back to what set up that Clipper 2-run bomb. And, of course, you know, you don't, while those runs were unearned for the bullpen, still, Headley does, you know, he's been having a great night defensively. And, of course, he throws it in the dirt. The error is charged to him. And maybe I'm spoiled with Mark Teixeira or whatever, but Birdie, you have to at least knock that down at first, bro. You have to at least knock that down at first. You cannot let that ball get past you there. You got to try to, I understand scooping is probably hard, but you got to at least knock it down. You got to put a glove on it, bro. Like, seriously. Because that ends up being like almost a double. Guy ends up on second base. Next guy, I think it was Rickard, I'm not sure, bunts him over. He's on third base with 1 out. You know, it's like, then of course, I think the next guy strikes out. I'm not sure. I haven't, you know, this is right away. I haven't looked at all the highlights and everything yet. But then Seth Smith hits a bomb out of here. And then it's like, you kind of look at it, you just kind of throw your hands up and it's like, damn, a lot of this could have been avoided, or even if you would have gave up the home run, it would have still been avoided had, you know, you even fielded the ball cleanly. Like, seriously. It just, you could tell we kind of beat ourselves in this game. Like, yeah, the Orioles came back. Yeah, the Orioles was, they were hitting, but the problem is that Yankees beat themselves in this game. They did. On the defensive end, they beat themselves. 2 errors in this game. Just things like that. It just you beat yourself, bro. When you beat yourself, it's like it's hard to win, because then you gotta win a game twice, or even 3 times in some cases, and it's just frustrating, bro. But I'm kind of glad to see the offense. You know, going back to the things to be encouraged about, the offense looks like it got it going. If Gardner's hitting like that, bro, if he's aggressive on the bases like that, I mean, that's what you want out of your leadoff hitter. That's what you want out of your leadoff hitter. And Joe Girardi's talking right now, but it's just unfortunate for Severino. I'm looking at his line. If you look at it here, I mean, it looks really, it doesn't look anything impressive, but that one walk, bro, that one walk is what really killed it, bro. That one walk. If he would have got Adam Jones out, you're looking at 5 innings pitch. His night would have probably ended, you know, at 80 some odd pitches because it's the first start of the year, and you would have been talking about, yo, Severino looks really great, looks encouraging, but hey, I mean, that's baseball. That's just the way it is. It's just how it is. Now, tomorrow, Yankees got to go against. The reason why today's game was, you know, I don't want to say important because it's 4th game of the year, but semi-important because Gausman is pitching tomorrow. And anybody that knows the Yankees and anybody that knows Gausman and his history, he is like automatic against the Yankees. I don't know what it is. He sees those pinstripes and he just Cy Young. But let's see. I mean, it's baseball. Let's see what happens tomorrow. So, but the moral is you can't beat yourself, bro. But let's see. Let's go Yankees, man. Joe's McFly out. If you want some more videos, hit a like, subscribe, hit me up on Twitter at Joe's McFly. Make sure you leave a comment. All right, leave a comment and let me know what you think, man. And let's see what's gonna happen now with these Yankees coming up on this series. But look at this, Sanchez 2 for 4, 2-run home run. It's a good game, good game. Gardner had a phenomenal game too. But let's see what happens, bro. Peace.